glove, and it grabs on with its its talons. Not hurting you, of course. And it says, "Yes, hello, Esselix is my name, Esselius." And it's speaking in common. Now, I would say, Malachi, you would know that this is probably some type of familiar, magical familiar, maybe of a wizard, or maybe a sorcerer, or maybe another type of arcanic spellcaster. Because clerics, they usually don't have anything like that unless they have like magical lanterns or something. But it seems like this is probably some type of familiar.
Hey guys, I think this raven is a familiar of someone. If I had to guess, probably the person who's imprisoned. Maybe he's a wizard of some sort.
Nope, not in prison. He's dead. Orcs killed him long time ago. Nope.
How long ago?
Gah, gah.
And he starts to flutter his wings a little bit.
Many years ago. Many years ago.
Interesting.
Gah.
Okay, so I'm not used to this type of thing, so I've got it there, and I'm
Raven.
like, I'm letting Malachi do the talking right now, because I'm like, this is like not in my ballywick normally.
What was the name of your master before he died?
His name is Esselios. That's my name now. Gah, gah, Esselios.
And that's Esselios, Esselios. He says that was his master's name, and now that is his name.
Many orcs, you say?
Yes, many orcs. Many orcs. Humans in cage, giants, ogres, ettins. Many orcs are cart full of weapons. Hundreds.
How many prisoners?
Just one.
Alive?
Just one in cage. Yes, they just put him in cage not too long ago.
Do you know his name?
No.
Do you know if there's a way to approach this prisoner without being detected by all of the orcs?
Gate.
Yeah, I'm gonna share a map with you guys. So there you go. There's a map. As we switch over to the combat mode, I love it. So you guys are down here basically, and then the ramp goes up, several hundred feet. The door is wide open, and the raven is basically telling you that there's a cage. And basically, what Splug was saying, he confirms that there are giants and orcs and all that other good stuff. But he says they're all in the keep. The raven does.
All in keep. Cauldron of boiling water. Eat human. Gah.
Kind of flies around a couple more circles, and then lands on Irian's shoulder. His talons you can feel those talons digging into the leather, Irian. You can feel those talons.
Arian or Keyleth,
So
or maybe
I'll
both
try
of
not
you?
to wince as he's digging into my shoulder.
Do we want to have a scout out, try to see if we can get a peek inside of this gate before and then figure out what we want to do, how we want to approach this?
Esselius scout. I warn. Gah.
And he flies off. And he starts flying towards Blood Skull Keep.
I start rubbing my shoulder when he flies off. It's like, oh.
Big
Are
pro,
you sure
man.
you're not a druid?
Well, I guess Ascelios is going to scout for us. I was going to recommend sending Caliph, but well, I guess this works maybe.
Well, let's give him a minute.
If it was many years ago that this raven lost its master here, he at least knows the place.
Yeah, you know, the Eselios, he does fly around. Doesn't fly around the entire perimeter.
Be right back.
Sure, no problem. And he does a couple of quick, you know, passes, and then he comes back and kind of, you know, flutters his wings and lands on top of Irian's shoulder again. And that's when he says,
Cauldron, boiling water, boiling water. Uh-oh, human in trouble. 2 orcs, 2 orcs, 2 orcs. Caw, caw.
and then he flies off again and starts flapping over by the castle. And then he kind of flies over towards the right-hand side of the keep and just kind of lands on the rampart there, on one of the palisades.
So guys, it sounds like we don't have a whole lot of time to rescue whoever this is. So
Well,
we should
now,
probably...
I know the old Gur stole the weapons, but I'm not one to wish for him to be eaten by these creatures. So, if we could save him, I would like to.
Yeah, I'm not sure what our chances are of actually taking these weapons back, but we can at least find out what's going on here and save this prisoner.
Yes, and at least take him back, and I don't know, justice or whatever,
No, if we can
and warn the
accomplish
town
both,
about the
great.
orcs here.
So we should try to creep up on this and maybe try to see if we can surprise them as soon as Keyleth finishes relieving himself in the corner over there.
Yeah, there's a couple of, you know, large rocks and whatnot, so he's able to, you know, go over and take care of business. All right, so what do you guys think? You guys want to head up the rampart or what?
Well, it seems like that's the only option we have is using the ramparts, unless we have some other way of being able to enter.
Yeah, and like I said,
our only option.
Aaron, as you start to, you know, look over that ravine, you can't even see the bottom because of all of this mist. And you know, Malachi, you know that mist is definitely not you know, it's not natural. It is definitely magical, and it's put there.
It's still making me shiver when I just think about it.
When you look at it, yeah, because this is it has such a strong arcane, you know, sense to it. I mean, the strands, as you're, you know, just kind of looking at all of the strands of magic around you, this is nothing that you've ever seen or felt before. This is well beyond your years of magical knowledge. This is like Hallister, the Mad Mage type of power. This is, you know, Elemenster type of power. You know, Mordenkainen type of power. These are power of legends.
Weren't we told that it was some magical group that cleared out this area years ago? Weren't we told that?
There was a large army that took the orcs out here at the Skull Keep. Yeah, most definitely. But you know, I'm sure there were probably all kinds of magic users and, you know, knights and archers. So it just wasn't magic users per se.
And there was misting at the last place that we adventured, so it's spread all over.
Caw, caw.
You know, that's as the raven starts to fly back and says,
Orcs, eat! Orcs eat humans soon. Caw, caw.
Is Keyleth
Okay,
back
so
yet?
we no, I don't.
yeah,
is he
we'll
back?
just walk him up there. He can join in when he gets back.
Caw, caw.
Okay, so I guess we better move as quietly as we can up this ramp. They don't have any guards out, right?
No, no, there's none at the doors. No, it's been nothing on the ramparts. Nothing like I was, like I was saying. There's nothing.
I'm gonna
as
guess
we're going,
guidance.
as we're going up, before we go up there, I turn the Splug and I'm like, I'll
We
tell him
eat
the Goblin
Raven?
I'll-
Do we eat
No, we
Raven?
don't eat. No, Raven is friend. We don't eat Raven.
Yeah.
Splug, we're going in here. Betray us, and you'll be the first to feel someone's blade. Understand?
Yes, yes, yes! No like orc, no like orc. Splug help,
Okay.
Splug help, Splug help.
And he pulls on your bow.
Splug help, Splug help.
No, you no,
No.
my bow.
And the bow is your long bow's bigger than this goblin, so
No,
he
Splug.
wouldn't be.
Splug
I'm a-
help.
Arian, remember to, we've already run into one trap, so be careful and watch your step as I cast
That's what I'm
guidance on you.
saying. The goblin could point out and disable the traps should we arrive.
Oh yeah, we should ask y'all. You're right. Splug. Any traps between here and there to the keep?
He looks down the road.
Don't see any.
Okay.
You ass. Splug told you.
He's
And then
been
he
in
looks.
before, so he knows which rooms to go into.
Yeah, he looks over there again and says,
Nope. No traps. No trap. Need trees for traps. For my trap, need trees. No sea tree. Splug no sea trees. Splug see bush, but that way too small.
Okay, Splug, stop talking.
Okay.
as he kind of looks over towards
Right.
Keyleth, because he knows that Keyleth wants to shove a dagger into his gut.
We go. We go.
Well, lead the way, Arian.
All right.
So,
So who's
actually,
We'll lead the way
lead the
up
way.
there.
all right? So who's taking point? Irian and Splug are going to take point, I guess. All right.
Yeah, I reckon we will.
Keyleth will be right up there with you. He'll be walking alongside of you, actually. Splug will be in tow, of course, because he's got his choke collar on. All right, looks like all right. So it looks like you guys get all the way up here. No traps. And as you start to and this fortress is massive, and as you're walking over the bridge, you're looking down, you still cannot see the bottom of this ravine. You can just imagine you wouldn't survive a fall if you were somehow thrown off of this bridge. Like I said, the walls have been battered. You could tell that the walls have been battered, and it's seen many battles before. The castle is old. There's a couple of towers, that are jutting up towards the skyline. One of the towers is sort of toppled and kind of falling on top of one another, sort of like it was kind of something imploded it from the inside, and it's kind of toppled over on top of itself. Nothing on the palisades, nothing on the walls, and you guys actually see inside of this keep. Now, I will say this: as you start to approach, you can hear a couple orcs that are arguing. All right, and does anybody here speak orc?
Nope.
I do not.
Okay. Well, as I uncover this this map, this is what you're going to see. All right. Now, you see two large buildings. Of course, you can't see inside of them. There's plenty of rubble. You'll be able to, hide rather easily. The cart is over here on the right-hand side, although the cart isn't, 30 feet long or 15 feet long and 20 feet wide. It's a small cart. It's off on the right-hand side. You can see several ramps going up the the side of the ramparts and the palisades. But you see nothing else. No goblins, no orcs, no giants. But you can hear a bellowous laughter, and it is not from an orc. But it seems like it's coming from behind these large buildings that are part of the actual castle itself, of the keep.
Okay, well, I think our best bet is to try to sneak over towards the cart and to sneak and get the jump on those guys, maybe.
He and I aren't too sneaky. Maybe you two should see if you could get the drop on these orcs.
Yeah. Even Splug said even Splug he just kind of points over towards the chain where's B and Malachi, and just points and says shh, and he says, Splug help, Splug help. But you guys could definitely you definitely know that you could get the jump on these two orc, as you start to enter the keep. This is a huge courtyard. It's open to the sky. I mean, there's two large buildings here that you can see in front of you. Off to the back of the courtyard, there's another couple of buildings. Like I said, there's a couple of towers, and much of the grounds are covered in these huge chunks of rubble, stacks of boulders, possibly weapons of the hill giants, maybe. There's a cage. You can see in the cage over to the east. You can see that there's a middle-aged man that's slumped over in the cage, and his hands and feet look like they're bound with rope.
Is there a boiling pot?
There is a massive cauldron to the left of the cage, and you can see the steam just billowing out of this. Looks like it's definitely of temperature. And you can hear the two orcs. It seems they're kind of pointing in each other's and tapping on each other's chests and whatnot.
I'm gonna recast guidance on Arian.
Okay.
I'll lean forward, whisper, and Mordecai that part of me just wants to knock over their pot.
Too bad you didn't have a mage. You could just sleep him and run off with the goods, huh?
Oh yeah.
But it does
Yeah,
look
that
like
would
you
be
could
nice.
step up. You could. And you could get over there possibly. I'd let you stealth over. You could probably get advantage if you decide to attack, or you could just walk in and introduce yourself and say that you're here for the wagon. I mean, you could do that too. Too bad you didn't have a mage though, huh? Sleep it and get out of there. That's what I would do. So what say you, adventurers? What say you?
Well, let's see if you and Arian, you and Keyleth can go for silent kills on these orcs.
Do you go in guns a-blazing like Keyleth wants to?
I just want to go
They're orcs, so go. I say if you can tune up there and get the jump on them, let's do that.
Orcs bad.
Okay.
Orcs mean. But giants meaner. That's what Splug says. Alright, so who's going in? Who's going in? Where are you going? Move your tokens. Let's do it. As the orc continue to argue. They're just arguing back and forth in a very bellowous type of too bad none of you can speak or understand orc.
I'm sneaking up behind the guard.
Oh, okay.
Keep a lookout.
Why don't you two give me stealth checks in the tower, please? And Miss B, what are you doing again?
I was telling Arian to have the goblin keep a lookout for other things since it's a wide open area.
Yeah, he
Weaponless.
he looks. He's behind. He's got a 10-foot choke collar. He's watching.
I'm right here peeking around the corner, but staying out of sight.
Okay. Caliph. Nice roll. Arian. Nice roll as well. The orcs haven't seen you as you've approached, and you're kind of hiding behind the wagon, and you can see that there's a couple of the blades of weapons sticking out. There's like a tarp that's fastened down, tied down on each side, and you lift up the tarp a little bit, and it's just jam-packed full of weapons. Probably 30, 40 weapons.
I'll do complicated hand gestures to Caliph to let him know that when he moves in to attack, I'll cover him and assist from a distance. And if he takes one down, then I'll try to take the other one down. Otherwise, we'll team up on the same one to ensure one of them goes down.
Okay. What say you? Are you guys jumping in, going in now?
I'm like, go, Caliph.
I'll give you advantage. You guys have the element of surprise.
I'm going in.
Okay.
And like I said, when Caliph goes in and attacks that one, I'm going to attack the same one if his doesn't drop immediately.
Yeah, they have no clue that you guys are there. That's for sure. All right.
Sneak attack is that, I think.
You will. As you pop out from behind the rock, you can have advantage on your attack roll as well, because you have the element of surprise. So hit the advantage button in the lower left-hand corner, and you can attack the orc. Very nice, decisive strike with your short sword as you bury it into the back of the orc. The orcs are one orc is wearing plate mail, one orc is wearing hide armor.
Okay, if it doesn't look like his strike took it orc down.
Oh, that's my first attack.
All right, so with your sneak attack, you do 11 damage to the orc as it screams up. Offhand attack.
While he is starting to scream, I quickly take my dagger, I stab it in his back.
Okay. Your second attack is a hit. Go ahead and roll your offhand damage. Alright, you do 3 more damage. He's in pretty bad shape. As you pull your weapons up, blood is just Kill Bill style, just pouring out of the orc. And he kind of staggers down to one knee and then gets back up. So who's going next? Closest person would be you, Arian.
Well, right. I was timing. I'm waiting for him. As soon as he attacked, it didn't look like he was going down. Hopefully, he'll catch an arrow to the throat or something.
Sure. So I guess you would probably step up to the corner of the wagon and get a clean shot and shoot. Go for it. And you guys simultaneously do this as well. All right. So your arrow's a miss. The other orc that is to his left is a little bit larger. Maybe.
I'm sorry. Did I manage to? I forgot that you told us. Did he just get advantage, or
you also get advantage as well? So no, you can roll again, and we'll take your better the better of the two. So yeah.
I swear to God! Oh my God! What's wrong today?
I love it. So the larger of the two orc, he does have some regalia hanging off of him, some trinkets and whatnot. He catches the arrow with his shield as you thought you were going to strike him down with your arrow. The other orc gets in front, puts his shield up, and your arrow lodges directly into the shield. Okay, now as this is going on, what are you doing, Malachi, and what are you doing, B?
I'm gonna move up in a little bit.
Okay. All right, you move up
And-
15.
And I'm gonna call forth radiant energy and try to strike down the wounded one with my sacred flame spell.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give it its saving throw roll. Oh, definitely a success. Nothing happens. Any other movement you want? B, what about you?
Nope, I'll stay there.
I'm just gonna move in and park my ass right there.
Sure. Okay. Sounds good. So you let go of your arrow, everybody moves in, your radiant strike, the orc catches the arrow, Evelus goes on at one time. Now roll initiative. Alright, B's got a 16. 14 for Irian. Malachi's got a 5. Keyleth, 23. Keyleth, it looks like you've got the jump on the orc. You are up first, sir.
Okay. So, I'm taking my sword again. I'm just gonna finish off what I'm started.
Okay, attack away. Alright, so that is a miss.
Then with my dagger,
Alright, that is a hit as you plunge the blade into the orc. And he goes down.
Nice shot.
Alright, the other orc sees this and he bashes on his shield a couple times, and he takes a great axe off of his back as he throws the shield down onto the ground. And this will happen simultaneously. So, all right. So the orc is going to move into a position to where he's basically out of sight. Well, you guys can see him, but he'll have some cover bonus there. He'll have a little cover bonus. And he maneuvers around Keyleth, and he has this huge axe, and it looks like it's made of like a very highly polished bone. And he attacks, and in fact he doesn't attack once. He attacks several times. So his first attack is a miss on Keyleth. The second attack is a hit. And Keyleth, you take a total of 11 damage, and you're feeling really bad. So the orc is going to step back 5 more feet. Now, as this happens, he goes out of your approximate range or your reach, so you can get a free attack of opportunity. That's if you want to use your reaction to do so.
I do.
Well, of course, I knew you were going to do that. All right. That's a hit. Nice, max damage. Very nice.
At the moment he moves, I just take my short sword and put it in him.
All right. Keyleth, you're up now.
Am I up
Your
again?
turn. Looks like it, yeah. The Orog went. It looks like you're up. Well, actually, let's B. Let's go to B. So. No, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's B's turn. Sorry about that. Duh.
Well, I'm a short little lady, so I can move to there, and that's it.
All right. So the orc, he mumbles something and something you just don't understand. Basically telling you to come on if you want a piece of him. All right, Irian, you're up now.
Okay, he's behind it. That's a boulder, right?
It is, yeah. He's totally covered up now. You can't. He kind of disappeared behind the rock.